Studying abroad is an exciting time for any student. The UT International Office would like to assist you to get the most out of this experience. Part of living in another country for a period of time involves cultural adaptation. This is an adjustment and is often referred to as culture shock, and many students underestimate its potential occurrence. An understanding of what to expect can minimize negative effects. This video will prepare you for experiencing cultural adjustment by defining the stages of culture shock and its particular symptoms, giving tips on how to prepare for the adjustment, and how to deal with symptoms when they occur. As well, we will discuss the adjustment of returning back home, sometimes referred to as reverse culture shock. With this guidance, your time within a new place and culture can be a pleasant and enlightening experience. While many people may feel that it won't be a problem for them, cultural adjustment is common and can affect everyone, even the most seasoned traveler. Commonly called culture shock, a simple definition is the feeling of disorientation experienced by someone who is suddenly subjected to an unfamiliar culture, way of life, or set of attitudes. For students traveling abroad for an extended period of time, especially in cultures quite different than that of the United States, the occurrence of culture shock is common. Often, cultural adjustment occurs in 4 key phases. These phases are often presented as a curved graph, with the peaks representing periods of confidence and comfort, and the valleys indicating periods of anxiety and stress. The 4 phases are as follows: the honeymoon phase, the frustration phase, the adjustment phase, and the acceptance phase. In the first phase, the honeymoon phase, newly arrived study abroad students often view their environment with excitement and curiosity. They are often invigorated by new foods and meeting friendly foreign nationals. But like most honeymoon periods, after a while, this phase comes to an end. This phase may last a week or 2, but it varies with each individual and can be shorter or longer. After the honeymoon phase comes the frustration phase, and this is when symptoms can occur. Differences between your new culture and your home culture may be more apparent, and anxiety can set in. Some of the typical symptoms include feelings of sadness and loneliness, or even the opposite, feelings of manic happiness and impatience, frustration about communication, an over-concern with health, idealizing your native culture, sleep or eating disturbances, excessive drinking, homesickness, and withdrawal from the local culture. These symptoms commonly last anywhere between a few days to several weeks. However, after a while, these feelings usually subside and the adjustment phase begins. This is when you start feeling more comfortable and confident in your new surroundings, and you are not so bothered by the things that were a problem in the frustration phase. Your experience in your new culture may have helped you develop routines and problem-solving skills. You may also make new friends, and your relationship with your host family will have strengthened. Ultimately, especially after a very lengthy stay in your host country, you'll enter the mastery phase, where you are able to participate fully and comfortably in your new culture. While you may not have totally assimilated to your new surroundings, your confidence will help you be comfortable and successful in your new environment. In order to help avoid feelings of anxiety and stress associated with the frustration phase, it's important to know the ways in which you can prepare yourself for your new cultural experience. Here are some tips to make yourself feel at ease in your new environment. First, you can make yourself feel at home. Fight the urge to retreat or only spend time with others from the US. We suggest that you join a club, try out for sports teams, volunteer, attend a local church or religious organization, or take a language class. Mixing with and meeting new people will help you through this phase and to adjust quickly to your environment.
I really tried to interact as much as I could with the people around me, and so I would constantly be making new friends. Anybody who I'd meet on the street, they'd invite me over for dinner, and a lot of the times I was wanting to get so indulged in their culture, but they are wanting to get involved in our culture as well, and so it was a great trade-off, and especially just talking with the people a lot. That's a lot of times all people want to do is just sit and talk, especially if it's English.
Second, it's important to settle in and make your living space comfortable. Moving to a foreign country is very much the same as moving here in the US. Take the time you need to feel good in your space. Third, be active. Go exploring and walk around your new community. Make sure to smile and interact with others. Make a habit of visiting the same coffee shop or market. Soon you'll be recognized. Nothing makes you feel more at home than a daily, friendly greeting. Fourth, Don't be afraid to be a tourist in your new hometown. Get to know your city, its history, and its traditions. This will help you ease into later stages of culture shock. Fifth, take care of yourself and eat healthy. Get some exercise and make sure you are getting adequate rest. When you feel good, you'll be able to handle any challenges that come your way. Finally, never forget your foreign status. While you may try your hardest to integrate into your new culture, make sure to always keep things in perspective and realize you are ultimately a prolonged guest in your new community. Rather than thinking about it as a transition to a new culture, consider your study abroad experience as a wonderful addition to your own personal culture. At the end of your study abroad program, you will likely be excited about coming back home to see your friends, family, and all things familiar. What students don't always expect is that there is also an adjustment when returning home. You have had the opportunity to see and explore another way of life, and have changed or adapted to some extent. Your new worldview may cause you to look at things differently on campus or in your hometown. Some call this experience reverse culture shock. It can feel disappointing when friends and family are not as interested in all your travel stories as you had hoped. Remember that just like when you adapted to your host country by getting involved in your community, you'll want to do the same thing when returning to the US. Connect with other students who studied in the same country, or try connecting with UT Austin international students who are from that country or other countries. There are programs such as PALS, where you can volunteer to assist international students in learning English, or you can apply to be a peer advisor in the international office.
It was a very hard turnaround, but the one thing that really helps me with that was just talking to my friends and telling my story of what it is that I did abroad. Because not only did I inspire other people to go abroad and have those adventures, but I was able to kind of have like an emotional relief of being able to talk with people about it.
Planet Longhorn is a terrific student-run organization that helps international students here at UT experience American culture. Their website has plenty of ways to get involved in UT's international community. At any point you find yourself having a particularly challenging time, talk to someone about it, either your faculty leader or your program coordinator in the UT Austin International Office. Don't forget about UT Mental Health Services and other UT Student Service programs. All of these people are here to help you. They have all encountered culture shock before and want you to have the best possible experience. Studying abroad is a very exciting time for many students, and rightfully so. Your engagement with the new culture and traditions will ultimately help you transfer what you learned and experienced into your new post-study abroad life and career. By keeping cultural adjustment in mind and following the helpful tips outlined in this video, your experience will be nothing but beneficial. Have fun and enjoy your adventure.